I'm not really sure a vlog really needs to have a reason or purpose. In this particular case, my purpose is to leave encouragement to my children and to my grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and to anybody else who happens to want to watch this, that people's stories are important, that your story is important. So many people don't realize that what they do in life touches other people's lives. I remember when I asked my grandfather if he was a creative person, if he considered himself creative, and he said no. I said, but you've made these wonderful, he did a lot of woodworking and things, and he made these wonderful things for people. And then I come across this diary of his where he does a first person, I think I might have talked about this already. He does a first person from the perspective of his van that he just bought, story about how his new owners, him, have these wonderful plans for this. And this is a van that he took an empty shell of a van and turned it into a conversion van. He put, carpeting and paneling, and built a table that converted into a bed, and built cabinets and put in everything that you would need for road trips. And then he and Grandma traveled for like 3 years until Grandma passed away, and then he and Gail married, and they bought another van, and he did it all over again and built a whole nother conversion van. Our stories are important, and that's why I'm doing this. I want to encourage people to tell their story and to listen to and help record other people's stories, because you may feel perhaps that your story is insignificant. It's not. It's very, very important. So that's my reason. Do you know what time it is, boys and girls? That's right, it's coffee time. Just had a wonderful lunch with my good friend Cody. We became friends because I told him about honoring legacies. His energy was so enthusiastic about life that I wanted to share it with him, because I knew that he'd be the type of person that would be excited about being a legacy enthusiast, be a story facilitator. One of the first things he asked me is, would you interview me? And so I did interview him. And by the end of the interview, he said, this is like a coming of age thing. This is like a rite of passage. He says, do you think other people would like to do this? I was like, I think so. I was really early on in it. I didn't know. But other people have really enjoyed it. And now, since then, I've interviewed a ton of people. I like to say I've interviewed now everyone between 8 years old and 88 years old, which is actually not true anymore, because now I've also helped interview my grandmother, who is 99, almost 100, when we interviewed her last February. She's over 100 now. So yeah, having lunch with Cody was just a whole lot of fun. It was really enjoyable, because he really asks questions that are tough questions. I mean, yes, he's a very joyful person, but he doesn't avoid the challenging aspects of life. I have a lot of respect for that. He asked me some things that I really needed to think about, because he's asking questions about his own life. It's just really cool. Love good friends. God's really put some wonderful people in my life. It's funny, I forget so often what I've said and what I haven't said. I used to get down on myself about my memory being something that I wish was better. But a couple of things I've learned about having a memory that's not so great is, one, when I'm teaching something to someone, often, even though I know it really well, I have to kind of rediscover the things that I'm teaching. And so that helps people to learn even better from what I teach them, because I have to go in there and show them, and I'm kind of rediscovering it because my memory loses things that I don't use every single day. Maybe most people's do that. I really envy those people that have those photographic memories, that they can just learn something once and then they've got it forever. I'm not one of those people. So teaching that memory helps, or lack of memory helps with that. And then there's other things too, like when I interview someone that I'm already very familiar with, I am rediscovering their story because I may have heard bits and pieces of it before, and I've got vague memories maybe of it, especially the more exciting parts of their story, but I get to rediscover it with them, and it helps me to help them walk through the story by me not remembering every detail. And then the third thing is, all jokes are brand new to me. Even if I've heard them before, I have a slight memory, but I won't remember the details. Yeah. Benefits in anything if you look for them. Well, it's that time of the day again when the kids are getting home from school, and so it's probably going to get kind of loud in the house. So signing off for today. Thanks for watching.